This week on Taste Utah, we're celebrating a legacy restaurant where new ownership is embracing time-honored traditions while introducing their own unique signature flair. In other words, they know if it ain't broke, it doesn't need to be fixed. We're in Holladay City at the Cotton Bottom, where their classic garlic burger or garlic burger with cheese has reigned supreme for decades. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, the Cotton Bottom has become a staple after a day of either Big or Little Cottonwood Canyon. And now, with their freshly minted restaurant license, this once only 21 and over spot is beckoning their guests to begin creating memories around food, family, friends, and fun times at any age. And listen, if you stop in on Sunday afternoons between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., maybe just ask for the Lady Killer with cheese, but hey, you didn't hear that from me.
Taste Utah is more than your typical food show. It's about local flavor, from roots through authentically Utah restaurants. It's the people and the places that make Utah a dining destination. There's so much soil and earth to uncover and still so many great Utah restaurants to savor. We bring you the stories and we spread the love. The best thing about Utah, the views along the way, they're not bad either. We're not afraid to get our hands just a little dirty. Food is a necessity, and it's how we create it and share it and experience it together that truly shapes our community. Whether you're choosing to dine in our dining rooms, order to go, or get delivery, you always have a seat at this table. Are you ready to taste Utah?
We're in Holladay, sort of like the gateway to everything fun. Salt Lake City's around the corner. You've got Mill Creek, Big and Little Cottonwood Canyon. We're taking you to the Cotton Bottom. The Cotton Bottom's been here for 50 years. It's a legacy restaurant. They're making amazing garlic burgers. We're gonna go sit down with Jeff from the Bar X group who just purchased the Cotton Bottom. Let's do this. Jeff!
Hi, Katy.
It's so fun. The Cotton Bottom, this window is super cute.
Right, the new Cotton Bottom to-go window.
And now I can just pick up food here whenever I want.
Right, you order on our website.
Okay.
Order and pay, and then when you come, you just take the food and go.
I love it. That's so awesome.
And you can go down to our little patio by the creek and enjoy your garlic burger with cheese.
Yum. Well, I would love to sit inside and enjoy a garlic burger.
Well, come on in.
Yeah?
I've got some food ready for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff, I have to say, I thought I'd come in here to see what has changed, but I can tell just from the look of that garlic burger that not much has changed.
I'm happy to say that the garlic burger with cheese is being prepared by the same person that's been preparing it for the last 25 years.
Awesome.
Same ingredients from the same bakeries. The only thing we added was fries now. Now you can have fries with your garlic burger with
Yay.
cheese. In front of me, we have the loaded hot dog,
Yum.
garlic burger with cheese, BLT,
Okay.
fries with chili, cheese,
Yum.
and onions, a Greek salad,
Okay.
which we've never had a salad.
No, there's
for-
never been a salad at the
Never.
Cotton Bottom.
And there's never been an Impossible Burger at the Cotton Bottom either.
So this is meat-free.
Right.
And then, of course, what I would say is a signature mark of any kind of bar X or restaurant group touch is going to be some beautiful beers, some craft cocktails.
We changed the liquor license for the Cotton Bottom from a tavern license, which meant you had to be 21 and they could only serve
Beer.
5% beer.
Yeah.
But now with a restaurant liquor license, all ages are welcome. But also we can have High Point beer, craft cocktails, and wine.
Families are now welcome and
Right.
kids are now welcome, and so you can come here if you're under 21. So after
Right.
a day of snowboarding with your buddies, you know, a high school student can come here and
Exactly.
enjoy garlic burger, French fries, I mean loaded fries, chili,
Right.
cheese, the whole bit. I mean, that looks amazing.
We've had a great response to all ages, and when we first got the Cotton Bottom, we heard a lot of stories. Oh, my Grandpa brought me here when I was 21, or my dad did.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, why don't we just let people start bringing their kids here earlier?
Yeah.
Why do they have to wait till they're 21? So now people are building those memories here at even younger ages.
The way that sort of COVID has forced you to expand things like the walk-up window that I just met you at, or all of these amazing outside seating options now also just allows for more people to enjoy the Cotton Bottom.
We reopened the Cotton Bottom during the pandemic.
Okay.
The old Cotton Bottom had one outdoor patio and no to-go window.
Yeah.
Now we have a to-go window and 4 outdoor patios.
4.
Uh-huh.
So you have the space that's right in front of the building,
Correct.
space to the side.
Yeah, on the honeymoon house is what we call it.
Okay.
And then there's a patio down by the creek.
So the last time you and I sat down together was up at the Eating Establishment, which is another sort of rich legacy-style Utah restaurant that Bar X Group have decided to breathe a little bit of new life into.
When we got Bar X, that's what we did.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know we were going to keep doing it, but it worked so well. And then the Eating Establishment in Park City has been really well received, and now this one. So it seems like there's kind of a pattern there.
So you came into ownership of Cotton Bottom how quickly before pandemic?
The city of Holladay owned the Cotton Bottom. They bought it in 2014.
Okay.
And they owned the business and the land. They leased the business to the owners that have had it for 40 or 50 years. So they
Okay.
the old operators were still operating even though the city of Holladay owned it. And they decided that they wanted to not be landlords anymore. So they put an RFP out, and the city of Holladay and the mayor, Rob Daly, deserves credit for saving the Cotton Bottom because they wanted to save the Cotton Bottom. We're lucky enough to be the ones chosen to restore it or carry it on. So we bought the property and then made the improvements.
It's so easy to tear something down and just say, hey, let's milk as much money out of
Right.
as we can out of every square foot of this land. And it's prime land. I mean, it's right off of the freeway, across the street from Franck's, right by the ski resorts. And why? This is a part of the je ne sais quoi of the neighborhood.
Right. I mean, Tuscany and Franck's are here and they're beautiful properties. And then the city built a new park. It's been there a couple of years on this property, and this was the last piece of the kind of this neighborhood that the city had this vision and have the community benefit from it. So it wasn't necessarily how do we make the most money here, it's how do we make the best experience for the community, the people that live in Holladay, as well as other city, people are coming for miles.
The cocktail menu now is pretty phenomenal. Tell us the beverages we have in front of us.
So the Jack Rose,
Okay.
right here, whiskey, lemonade, hot toddy, Bar X recipe that they've been serving for years down there. We have Melvin, and you went to.
You also have some nice local beers on tap, as well as like your classic Coors.
And that's a good example of keeping things the same, but then adding to the presentation. So yeah.
So when you have this sort of fun sister restaurant vibe, you can give and take and borrow from each other. And one of the classic things you've done at Bar X, this idea of handcrafting cocktails. Tell us a little bit about the Jack Rose.
Yeah, the Jack Rose, so it has Applejack in it, fresh lemon, but one of the special things, it has homemade grenadine. So instead of buying just grenadine off the shelf, which to me is too sweet and syrupy, then we homemade grenadine regularly here just for this one. We only use that in this one cocktail.
When you're truly sourcing ingredients, making them from scratch, you're being able to control the layers of flavor, even the textural dynamics of a beverage. It really is full circle, handcrafted, every step of the way, which I think is really, really special. So you can come get sort of these grubby style burgers that everyone loves, that for 50 years people have been hitting up a day at Alta, Snowbird, Brighton, or Solitude, and then meeting up with buddies down here, or friends, or family, or community, and just
enjoying food. And then to have these decadent beverages paired with them is really, really fun.
And to be able to have this comfort food with a great margarita or a beer served in the right glassware, served at the right temperature, to me, it just sounds, it makes me hungry and thirsty to talk about it.
You're knocking it out of the park. I have to say, 50 years of history, and you've just embraced it and elevated it. And you can taste it in the food. It was already there, but you can taste that little bit of elevation. You can see it in the ambiance. You don't know what has changed, but it just feels warmer. It just feels brighter. It feels more inviting. You have amazing swag, which I have to say, just so good looking. And that's a really, really good sort of example of what you're talking about, where you basically just took the logo, but then you have this amazing designer that just adds that cool little hip, something to it.
Because of my background in the fashion industry, I only want great hats and great t-shirts. It's not cheap giveaway stuff. They're really nice things, and lots of people are wearing them around, and they notice. You notice that when you wear it.
Absolutely. I was telling you on our last episode of Taste Utah for season 7, Joey Canella was wearing a cotton bottom hat.
Right.
And I was watching him the whole time, and it was a really intense conversation and very emotional, but I kept thinking man, I just want one of those hats.
Right, and I love to support all the other restaurant and bar owners and go to their businesses. I go out to dinner and lunch so much. I think something might be wrong with me because I'm
everything is right with you.
But and I have fun cooking at home too. But really supporting, and we get support from them.
Yeah.
From the other bar and restaurant owners as well.
Well, Jeff, I could sit and talk to you forever, but you have a lot of work to do because this all better be done by the time I get back.
Okay.
But I'm gonna pop back in the kitchen with the chef and just see one of these epic monstrosities being crafted. Is that cool?
Of course.
All right. Well,
Enjoy.
cheers, and just thank you for your time and for everything that your team is creating.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Chef Ethan, how long have you worked at the Cotton Bottom?
For about a year.
About a year.
Right when we open back up.
Okay, perfect. And what are you going to make for us?
I'll make you a couple garlic burgers.
Okay, so where do we start?
Okay, so we start with the meat. So our garlic burgers are 1.5 quarter-pound patties.
1.5 quarter-pound patties.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just making 2 at a time because that's kind of how the orders come in.
Yeah. Totally. I imagine once Cotton Bottom opens, you're just rocking garlic burgers. Now, this looks like a French loaf or something.
Yeah, so this is just French bread from Macy's. We get between 60 to 150 every day, just depending on how busy it is. You can see it all.
That's so crazy. And they make it for you.
They make it, and it just comes in the full loaf. And then every morning I stand over here and slice it all.
It looks like you kind of smoosh it down a little bit.
Yeah, and put some garlic butter on it.
So you're making the garlic butter probably every day, yeah?
Yeah. This is what I think makes the burger is the bread.
The bread.
Because it's pretty much garlic bread.
Do you just smell? You probably smell garlic even when you're not, you have no garlic on you because it's all over you.
I smell like garlic and French fries all the time.
Like little kids and hungry people following you around all the time. I was talking to Jeff and saying how this location, the way that they've sort of created this outside area, it now kind of has the feel of almost like a highway diner or something like that.
Yeah, I grew up here. And just driving by this place as a kid, I always loved it. The sign drew me in. It sounds kind of dumb, but it's just ever since I was a kid, the Bugs Bunny on the sign always kind of caught my attention.
What's the Cotton Bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
There's a lot of garlic.
I was gonna say you're very liberal with that the garlic powder. That's not a dust. That's a powder day.
It looks like a lot, but it works so well.
Yeah,
It's exactly what it needs to be. So you're putting,
They're both American.
oh, both American.
There's two types of American.
Okay.
Still just doing it the exact same way. This is the way it's been made for like 70 years.
You can't
now.
mess with it.
No.
The second you try to mess with it, there will be people picketing at your front door.
Oh, literally, we looked at a different distributor for the bread.
Yeah.
People lost their minds.
Yeah. No, it's so classic, and I think that's one thing that Jeff was really pointing out is that, you know, if it's not broke, then you don't need to fix it.
Exactly.
You just need to fortify all of the things surrounding it so that it can be stronger and better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful char on that.
That is what I'm going for right there, definitely.
Nice. Smear of mayo.
Yep. Trailer mayo.
It's a nice little smear too, you know, it's not like too
Yeah.
much. It's almost like butter. Some classic romaine.
And a good amount of lettuce on there.
You gotta get
And
the
these
lettuce.
are sweet onions.
Sweet onions, and I love that they're not diced, like they're not even cut in half. They're just, it's fun on the sandwich.
Yeah.
So you put some beautiful tomatoes on there. Here's where you're making two and why you're
Yeah.
making two. You know, it's so interesting because in this day and age where you can custom everything, I think it's so cool that you're still choosing to use the recipe of 1.5 patties as opposed to having like a purveyor make you.
Yeah, make us like a long patty or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Well, it just like kind of adds to it.
And that's what like the consumer doesn't really think about. But like you could have all of this custom, but you're custom making it in the back of the house, and that's what makes it so special.
So on every basket we have pickles, dill pickles, and pepperoncinis.
Chef Ethan, it really is clear that not only are you doing such incredible work, but you really care about what you're giving people, and you are putting that love and customization in the food, and it's such a special experience. There's so much that goes into something that looks so simple, and you really are doing it so effectively.
Thank you.
So just thank you so much. And I'm gonna go talk to Stacy at the bar. I'm gonna take one of these with me because
Okay.
like, why wouldn't I, right?
Yeah.
This has been a pleasure, Chef. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stacy, you're a legend around here. You're the OG of the Cotton Bottom. Your grandma owned this place?
Yep, we've had it for a long time. My grandmother owned it, my uncle owned it, my little cousin ran it for a bit.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
And
it's been a
you're
long
here.
time.
How long have you worked here?
Since 1998.
Oh my gosh. So did you grow up on garlic burgers?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it seems like not much has changed.
Not much, just all the things that you like dream of doing when you don't have financial resources and
Yeah.
you're like, gosh, I wish we could do that. Those things have come to life, which is really nice.
That is really, really unique. Wow. What were some of the first big things that you were just like, awesome?
We've always wanted a front patio.
Yeah.
But prior to this license, we couldn't have a front patio.
Right.
And we've always talked about like, we need a front patio, we need to blow that out, we need to, be able to do something with it. And now we have that. And also like the White House that we have over there, having that seating out there and highlighting that and be able to preserve that area is exceptional for us.
It's now like this buzzy hub, whereas before it's always been this thing like, have you ever had a garlic burger from the Cotton Bottom? You've never had a garlic burger from the Cotton Bottom? Are you from Utah?
Right.
And now it's like, it's just like so buzzy,
Right,
Which
yeah.
is really fun.
Yeah, it's like, who are your friends that haven't brought you here?
We were just back with Chef Ethan, and he made this delicious burger for me. I was thinking what would be probably really special to go along with it was a cocktail.
One of our most popular cocktails is the whiskey lemonade, by far.
And what is it?
So we use Four Roses, our well whiskey,
Okay.
which is a great whiskey, and it's lemon juice, simple syrup, and whiskey.
So it's proper lemonade. Mm-hmm. And you're making the lemonade. Lemon juice and simple syrup, that's lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, will you make it for us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Everything, all of our juices here are we fresh pressed every day, which is kind of nice.
That is so
Makes a big
unexpected.
difference.
Yeah.
When you're making a good cocktail, you need to have something that you can show off, basically.
Yeah.
And so it makes it really easy to show off our cocktails.
One of the things I'll say is it's not just your cocktails. It seems like it's everything you do here. So
Yeah.
you get your bread fresh from Macy's, but like they don't deliver. They're a grocery store. So
Right.
you're going down in the morning and picking that up.
Right, yeah, for years. Since I was little, we used to drive down and, you know, my grandmother would stop and honk at our house and pick us up, and, you know, we would all go down and get the bread and bring it to the restaurant, and it was like an entire family event that would happen.
I mean, that is really, really fun. And, you know, you could have a purveyor or a vendor that would make that bread and deliver
Right.
it for you, but it wouldn't be the same. So the painstaking efforts that you go to
Right.
for the care and consistency of experience through food,
Yeah, it's definitely made a big difference, for sure.
it's a really, really unique and something that I think makes this place just feel really wonderful and welcoming and inviting. As a guest here, you feel like part of the family.
Yeah, that's what I always hope for. Yeah, when people come in, they recognize me or they recognize Katy and they say, oh my gosh, you guys are still here. And, you know, oh my God, I knew your grandma or your uncle or whatever it is, you know, and like there's never been like any hard feelings between any of the relatives that have been here or owned it. We've always been a really good family to be around. So hopefully that translates into, you know, what we do. And we've embraced our new owners as family, and that makes a big difference. So
Yeah, I mean, sometimes your family isn't necessarily just the family that you're born into, and you've been such an intricate part of the Utah restaurant food family since the Cotton Bottom was created by your grandma. So just thank you. Thank you for staying true to who you are and for welcoming us as your customers and guests with open arms.
absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.